Welcome to the Packer Mentality Podcast. I am here to keep you up to date and provide insights on everything Packers, both on and off the field. To my dedicated listeners and viewers, a huge thank you for your continued support and engagement. Your participation has been key to the growth of this channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe, leave your comments, and follow me on social media at Packer Mentality. You can find this podcast, as always, on all major platforms. Season finally starts this week. I don't know about all of you, but I can't wait. I am so tired of not having real games to talk about. But before we get there, I want to get a couple things done. I want to give a prediction of the Packers' regular season record and a few individual predictions. So let's get out the crystal ball and predict this season for the Packers. I'll say up front, I am very optimistic about this team, and it's possible that it might be a bit premature for such a young team, but it does feel like this could be a special year, and my predictions are going to show it. Let's go through the schedule first. Week 1, Friday, Eagles in Brazil. Set the tone for the season, win. Then against the Colts, home, another win. At the Titans, win. Home against the Vikings, win. On the road against the Rams could be the first stumble. I'm going to call that a loss on the road. Home against the Cardinals, win. Home against the Texans in a big duel with CJ Stroud, win. At the Jaguars in Florida, loss. Home against the Lions, win. Home or at the Bears, win. Home against the 49ers, loss. Thanksgiving night, home against the Dolphins, win. At the Lions on Thursday Night Football, loss. At the Seahawks, Sunday Night Football, win. Monday Night Football at home against the Saints, win. At the Vikings, win. And finally, finishes the season at home against the Bears, another win. This gives them a 12-5 record and probably wins the division. So, how do they get there? How do they do that? Well, first off, Jeff Hafley is going to have to put a better defensive product on the field than we saw last year. And I think he's got the guys whose skills are better suited to his defense than they ever were to Joe Barry's. So, hopefully, they show it. This defense needs to get off the field. A lot less 10-play, 70-yard drives that keeps the Packers offense on the bench. Have better situational defense. Stop giving up 7, 8, 9 yards on second or third down and leaving third and fourth and short. Also, if you have 3rd and 5 or 6, don't play off the ball. Don't give up easy short passes for first downs. And then play an aggressive brand of defense. Get us more sacks and more interceptions. Number 2, Jordan Love continues where he finished last season. He doesn't have to be quite as good, but if he is, he will win MVP. How is he going to do that? First off, the offensive line should be pretty good with a lot of continuity from last season. The receivers and tight ends now should know what they're doing and have had a full offseason to work on their skills. Christian Watson now appears to be healthy, and we should get more production from the running game. Josh Jacobs, Marshawn Lloyd, and Emmanuel Wilson should be more productive and explosive than the group we had last season, just if they stay healthy. Last year, the Packers were middle of the pack in rushing yards per game, and that was basically pulled up by Aaron Jones' performances at the end of the season. Otherwise, it would have been a lot worse. The longest run of last season was only 40 yards. I don't think it'll take long for this group to have a run longer than 40 yards. Just saying. Be better inside of 2 minutes. And that's decision making and time management. Jordan Love should be better with a year of experience under his belt. Matt LaFleur, he knows what his guys can do now and should be calling his plays accordingly. And the defense in 2 minutes can't be any worse than they were last year. Now, how about some individual predictions? First prediction, Jordan Love continues where he left off and is an MVP candidate. Jair Alexander has looked great in preseason and training camp. He returns to all-pro status. Rashawn Gary now fully has a year under his belt after his knee injury, exceeds 12 sacks for the season. Josh Jacobs, Packers will finally have a running back who stays relatively healthy and exceeds 1,000 yards rushing for the season. And finally, we realize that nobody cares who the number one receiver is. The group of Watson, Dobbs, Wicks, and Reed are going to combine for over 30 touchdowns receiving. It all starts in 4 days. I will have my Eagles preview up for you on Wednesday night, so keep an eye out for that. Until then, show me that you think this is going to be a special year and hit that subscribe button. Have a great week, everyone, and go Pack Go.